How a US airstrike turned a peacemaker into a terrorist. Local anger and geopolitical risk in Somalia. In the rugged terrain of northern Somalia, a US drone strike terminates the life of a respected elder, branded a terrorist by foreign powers, but hailed a peacemaker by his community. This incident exposes the fatal contradictions of modern counterterrorism. When intelligence trumps local knowledge and precision strikes undermine political stability. Hi, I'm Sarun Zawanil and this is Analytica Today. On September 16, 2025, the United States African Command confirmed its targeted killing of Abdullahi Omar Abdi, a traditional Somali elder, labeling him an Al-Shabab weapons facilitator. The strike, conducted days earlier near Badhan in the disputed Sanaag region, was coordinated with Somalia's federal government, yet immediately triggered vehement denials from Abdi's family, clan leaders, and regional authorities. As Puntland launches its own investigation and questions swirl over the intelligence source behind the strike, this event illuminates deeper tensions, the fragile legitimacy of international counterterrorism operations, the complex interplay between local and federal power struggles, and the risks of civilians targeting in conflict zones. So let's unpack the layers of the incident, the conflicting narratives, and its implications for US-Somali relations and stability in the Horn of Africa. According to US African Command, the airstrike deliberately targeted Abdullahi Omar Abdi, described as a key figure in Al-Shabab's weapons procurement network. AFRICOM stated that operation was conducted in coordination with the federal government of Somalia and aimed at degrading the group's capacity to threaten US interests and allies. Yet local accounts starkly contradict this narrative. Family members and community leaders insist Abdi was a known peace mediator and development advocate who had recently participated in a high-level meeting with Puntland President Said Abdullah Deni in Basso. They report he was traveling alone when his vehicle was struck and emphasized that he had no documented ties to militant groups. Puntland's police commander, Kol Abdan Ahmed Ali, confirmed that an investigation was launched and preliminary findings suggested that Abdi may have been intentionally targeted. The probe remains ongoing, with authorities pledging to share results publicly. The incident occurs against a backdrop of heightened political fragility in northern Somalia. The Sanaag region is claimed by both Puntland and the newly declared northeastern state, and Abdi was known as a critic of the last Andod-based administration. This political rift may have influenced how intelligence was interpreted or disseminated. The strike also highlights recurring tensions between international counterterrorism strategies and local realities. The US has intensified operations against Islamic State affiliates in Puntland's Kalmiskad Mountains this year, conducting over 30 airstrikes, a focus that some analysts argue has diverted attention from Al-Shabab's resurgence in central and southern Somalia. Meanwhile, the federal government's cooperation with the US risks further alienating federal states like Puntland, which already accuse Mogadishu of centralizing power and ignoring regional voices. This is not the first time. US operations have faced allegations of civilian casualties. In 2020, AFRICOM admitted causing civilian deaths in the Somalia airstrike, a precedent that fuels skepticism among local communities today. In Somalia society, traditional elders play critical roles in conflict resolution, clean negotiations, and local governance. Targeting such a figure risks eroding trust in both federal and international institutions. Abdi's profile exemplifies this complex role. He was involved in development initiatives in Sanaag and had engaged with Puntland's leadership on peace-building efforts. His family denies any involvement with Al-Shabab, and no publicly available evidence has been provided to substantiate the weapons facilitation allegations. The lack of transparency around intelligence that justified the strike raises questions about the reliability of sources and the process of targeted validation. If the US and FGS relied on federal agencies, such as the National Intelligence and Security Agency, which has no operational presence in Puntland, the intelligence may have been incomplete or misattributed. The killing of Abdullahi Omar Abdi is more than a single airstrike. It is a microcosm of the contradictions and complexities of international engagement in Somalia. When counterterrorism operations overlook local contexts and societal structures, they risk counterproductive outcomes, eroding trust, fueling grievances, and destabilizing the very political landscape they aim to secure. I'm Sarun, and this is Analytica Today. So what do you think? Can external forces effectively combat terrorism without undermining local stability? Or does this incident reveal a critical flaw in the targeted killing paradigm?